Welcome to Cryptex. Here we are on the Roman temple on Mars with Egyptian-style font, I think. If you want to play, you need to whisper the room code. Remember, whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot for this game. Pen and paper handy. Lobby code, SUTR. And we are doing lovelily with our targets. So we have hit the Music Quiz Live. So in season 14, we are going to be playing the Music Quiz Live. I'm going to get my piano and probably my ukuleles back into this office for a little bit. And we're going to have a bit of a music quiz. Don't know exactly what it's going to look like yet, but that's something I'll figure out in the fullness of time. A reminder, this game is done through Whispers. It has got any time entry, but I would recommend joining at the start so that you can get as much out of it as you can. Optimat, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the game. Lovely to have you here. It's a bit much calmer game than the mold, so this feels like a good palate cleanser after the madness of the mold. Megs has got there, arrived, no hitches, all set up and just waiting now. Excellent, excellent. I have got a little spaniel who has, through all that noise, been sleeping just down here. So he has. And when he wakes up, I'll show him all off to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 players in. 22 players in so far, which is lovely to see. At this point, when we complete this game, we will be halfway through, nearly, the allocation of games for today. So, long way to go yet, and we are over halfway towards our target, which is very encouraging. If we can get it up to that 2,000 before 9:15, that would be really good. So we've got the duration of Cryptex, Battlefront, Red Herrings, and the Purge. It's probably about the length of it. I've allocated an hour and 15 for the Purge, so that may be somewhere to make time back. We could probably get the Purge inside 45 minutes if we get a shift on with that. So we might be able to claw back half an hour or so there, which puts us half an hour off. Of course, by the time we've done the lottery stuff, we might lose again, but we'll see. I'm going to get this game underway. We've got 23 players in, and let's play. Now, Cryptex is one of those auto-running games. The next time I press the button, I don't have to press anything else for the duration of the game. Here's how to play. I'm just going to get my notes up from Dogfish. Every 20 seconds, you'll be presented an index number and an 8-letter clue. There are 8 clues in total. These clues will help you crack the Cryptex at the end of the round. The clue and the Cryptex share the same letter in the index position. So, for example, if the clue is hopping Australian marsupial, the answer would be kangaroo. You then need to take the 6th letter of that word, which in this case would be R, and put it into the 6th slot of your Cryptex. After all 8 clues have been revealed, there'll be a 10-second break. At any time before the break, you may submit the answer to any of the clues that have been revealed, even if they're no longer on the screen. Okay? So if you suddenly think of something a little bit later on, you can still type it in. Every correct answer is worth 5 points. Any incorrect answers or repeats will cost you 1 point. Okay? So think carefully before you type. After the break, after that 10-second break, crack the Cryptex. The more answers that you have managed to solve, the more likely you are to be able to solve the Cryptex. The Cryptex will always be a real word. You don't have to have solved all 8 clues in order to get it, but obviously the more you get, the easier it's going to be to solve. So you might get 6 clues and then be able to fill in the gaps, working out what it could be. Tread carefully though, because if you crack the Cryptex, it's worth 20 points, but if you give me a wrong answer on the Cryptex, you lose 10 points, and you can only attempt it once. Those are the rules. Pen and paper is strongly encouraged, though, as with anything, please no Googling or looking up the answers or dictionaries or anything, any such thing like that. Just your own brain and a pen and paper, or a digital pen and paper if you're using Notepad++ or something. That's completely fine. Good luck to you all. Have fun. Let's play. Starting with letter holder that's the symbol for many email apps. A letter holder that's the symbol for many email apps. It's 8 letters long. Type in that answer and then take the 4th letter. Take the 4th letter of this word. Derek, welcome to the game. Next clue, have a think about that first one. It might come to you a bit later on. Derek, welcome on in. A gesture of blank, as well as an American non-profit. A gesture of blank, as well as an American non-profit. Take the second letter. What I might do is just mute alerts for the duration of this game, because this is a bit of a thinky one, and I don't want to interrupt the ambience. Next clue, voice between a bass and a tenor. 8 letters long, you want the third letter. Voice between a bass and a tenor. And on to the next. Bruce Springsteen's Pink Automobile. Bruce Springsteen's Pink Automobile. And the next. Throw from an aeroplane or ship. Throw from an aeroplane or ship. You want the 6th letter of this word, or the 6th slot of your Cryptex. Oh, the dog has abandoned. He'll be back. And the next one. It's almost a full-blown power cut. It's almost a full-blown power cut. You want the 5th letter. And the next one, pink wading bird that comes in a flamboyance. You want the 1st letter. So this clue. Ooh, and take the 1st letter. Answer.wav. Correct.wav. Cleric. This is the final clue of the puzzle, especially one linked to a school or hospital. A cleric, especially one linked to a school or hospital. You want the 7th letter? Let's have a look how you're getting on. Mark has got 7 out of 8. Mark has got 8 out of 8. Very well played. David picking up 7 out of 8. Mr. Vertigo, 7 out of 8. Inca, 7 out of 8. Keshi, hello Keshi, 7 out of 8 to you. Welcome, welcome. Some time to think about it. The more letters you've got, the more chance you have of cracking it. If you've got all 8, you should have it by now. 20 seconds if you want to solve it. Minus 10 if you're wrong, and you only get 1 attempt. So tread carefully. On those of you who solved it. A couple of abstentions, but no incorrect, which is nice to see. The Cryptex solution was forensic. A letter holder that's a symbol for many email apps is an envelope, from where we got the E. A gesture of goodwill, as well as an American non-profit, from where we got the O. A voice between a bass and a baritone. A bass and a tenor is a baritone, from where we got the R. Bruce Springsteen's Pink Cadillac, from where we got the C. This is Pink Automobile. Jettison is to throw from an aeroplane or ship, from where we got the S. A full-blown power cut is a brownout, from where we got the N. Well done if you got that one. A flamingo comes in a flamboyance and is a pink wading bird, from where we got the F. And a cleric linked with a school or a hospital would be a chaplain, from where we got the I. That's the end of puzzle 1. Shapes also getting 8 out of 8 there, and cracking the Cryptex Mark and Shapes with an early lead, 60 points. Keshi and Innis tied in second with 55, and Fluffy Bunny is in third with 54. Good, strong start. Most of us with points on the board. Let's go to our second puzzle. Resetting the Cryptex, and our first clue. Feature of the Tunisian flag. Remember, this will have 8 letters in it, and you want the 3rd. And on to the next. It lets you see the world with the glass half full. It lets you see the world with the glass half full. 8th letter, that's what you want to hear. Missing. TV game show that asks, what is the question? 8 letters, no exclamation mark needed at the end. You want the 6th. Next, quick doodle. Quick doodle. You want the first letter? 8 letters long for this clue. If it sounds like I'm mellowing out, that's because I'm trying to mellow out at this point. So I'm very excited at the bold, and I'm worried I'm going to lose my voice. So I'm just going to have a nice little mellow game of Cryptex here. So it means I don't have to press any buttons, I just have to do some reading. On to the next. Urge to consume. Urge to consume, 8 letters long. You want the second. An urge to consume. Have a think about that one. You might want to come back to it later on. On to the next. Tale, which may begin, reminds me of when, and likely couldn't be used in a court of law. 8 letters long, you want the fourth. Mojito for 1. Mojito for 1. 8 letters, you want the fifth. No, I think just let it be. If you wanted to drop out. Hello, Ban, you'll come out from under the desk because I don't want you to break anything. You're going to come say hi to everyone. Final clue for this puzzle, zodiac symbol known as the water carrier. 8 letters, you want the 7th. Final clue. Opportunity to solve this one and any others you might have missed. Co-host Spaniel is in the room. 10 seconds to check you're working. No answers accepted here. Mark again with an 8 out of 8. Inca also with an 8 out of 8 here. Hopefully some of you can crack the Cryptex. 15 seconds. Couple of wrong answers sneaking in here. Bad luck. The correct answer, the solution to the Cryptex, was Spectrum. Spectrum. Feature of the Tunisian flag is a crescent, from where we got the E. It lets you see the world with the glass half full would be optimism, from where we got the M. The TV game show that asks what is the question is Jeopardy, from where we got the R. A quick doodle is a scribble, from where we got the S. An urge to consume is an appetite, from where we got the P. An anecdote, from where we got the C. It might be a tale that begins, it reminds me of the time. A mojito is a cocktail, from where we got the T. And the zodiac symbol, also known as the water carrier, is Aquarius, from where we got the U. Mark with the lead of 120. Inca now in second with 115. And it's Shapes in third with 109. That's the end of puzzle 2 and the end of the first round. Changing up the rules slightly as we go into round number 2. Hello, Dexter. You've come to give me hugs. Give me rejuvenating pets, which is nice. Round 2. Round 2 is combination, colloquially referred to as the Pokemon round, because in this round, each clue is now a combination of 2 words. The ending of the first word is blended with the beginning of the second word. At least 2 of the letters will overlap, might be more, but it won't ever be fewer. It will always be at least 2 of the letters overlapping. An example for you here, a poker hand of 5 hearts, mashed up with bar bar black blank. That would be flush plus sheep. Overlap 2 letters there, and it will always be an 8-letter word mashup. As before, take the index that is required and put it into that slot in the Cryptex. Worth noting that you might be able to solve the Cryptex with seemingly only 1 or 2 clues, because you might be able to solve half a clue, so not get the full answer, but you might be able to get the letter that you need out of it. A word of warning as well, the Cryptex word will always be a real word. The Cryptex word will not be a blended word. The Cryptex word will be a real word. Just so that you're aware of that. We're still on autopilot, so hopefully the game will continue now. Or now. Now. There we go. Legally distinct from answer smash. Yes, absolutely. These are very good, Doro. Right, starting with this. One of a kind and ask about. You want the 8th letter? Maybe you can only work out half of it. Maybe you can work out both halves. You need both halves to get the 5 points for the clue, but you only need the second half to get the 8th letter. One of a kind and ask about. Have a think about that. Maybe it'll come to you later on. The next one, hot stuff served with sushi, blended with endure. You need the 6th letter of this. Hot stuff served with sushi, blended with endure. Our next clue, Sleeping Beauty and talk at length. Sleeping Beauty and talk at length. Shall we get down there? Shall we get down? Oh, a couple of wrong answers in there. A few more wrong answers still coming in. Palindromic Nolan film and a stinging plant. Palindromic Nolan film and a stinging plant. Third letter of that one. And the first letter of this one. Speak softly and wall art. Speak softly and wall art. And on to the next. For the seventh letter, batting sport and a low-carb diet. Batting sport and a low-carb diet. On to the next. Steam to an American and Valve's puzzle platformer found on Steam. Nice little two-part clue there. Steam to an American and Valve's puzzle platformer found on Steam. You're the fifth letter. And the next one. Common toothpaste flavour and temporary. Common toothpaste flavour and temporary. Mash them together and take the second letter. Last couple of seconds. This is the final clue of the round. Of the puzzle, rather. Derek looks to be the only one to get 8 out of 8 here, so he will be able to crack the Cryptex. A reminder that the Cryptex will be a real word, not a blended word. 15 seconds to crack it if you can. Minority. Well done if you solved that. One of a kind and ask about is murmur and mural for murmural. Hot stuff served with sushi and endure is wasabi and abide. Wasabide. Sleeping Beauty and talk at length is aurora and orate. Aurorate. Palindromic Nolan film and a stinging plant is tenet and never. And nettle, tenettle. Speak softly and wall art is murmur and mural for murmural. A batting sport on a low carb diet is cricket and keto for cricketo. And Steam to an American and Steam Valve's puzzle platformer was vapor and portal for vaportal. And the final one, common toothpaste flavour was mint and temporary was interim for minterim. Very well done if you managed to solve that. Mark with a lead of 173, Inca in second 169, Shapes in third with 164. Another mashup puzzle coming your way. Let's reset the Cryptex and take a look at what's next. First clue. It's got a grip in the shoe shop mashed up with angry. It's got a grip in the shoe shop blended with angry. You're on the fifth letter. No one solving that one. Have a think about it, might come to you later. Next one, chunky squirrel relative and a musical theme. 8 letters, you want the 8th. Remember, at least 2 of the letters will overlap. Your blank is not my blank, and that's okay. Blended with Rorschach's test. You're on the 3rd letter. Tricky. Next one, stereotypically Egyptian font and ferric oxide. Both of those parts of those clues have been mentioned at some point over the course of the day, I think. Particularly that first, which I did mention at the start, although I didn't mention the answer. Let's see if you can remember. You want the 6th letter of this mashup. And the next, aviation company known for light aircraft and an absolute mess as used in the military. Mash them up, you want the 7th letter. Next clue, very soft mineral and science with a philosopher's stone. Very soft mineral and science with a philosopher's stone. Mash them up and take the second letter to put into your Cryptex. And the next one, outlaw and what they said. Outlaw and what they said. Mash them up, take the fourth letter for your Cryptex. And the final clue for this Cryptex, 8 fewer than a score, and the highest point, especially in astrology. 8 fewer than a score, and the highest point, especially in astrology. The first letter of this mashup. This is the final clue. Okay, check you're working. My score here looks to be Clive with a 6, I think. Derek also with a 6. Can you crack the Cryptex? 20 seconds or 15 seconds to do that. Mantissa also getting a 6 here as well. Wondering if you're cracking this, you may have got half clues, which may have led you to the answer. Remember, this will be a real word. And the solution to the Cryptex was dandruff. It's got a grip and a shoe shop and angry. It's Velcro and cross for Velcross. Chunky squirrel relative and a musical themes marmot and motif for marmotif. Your kink is not my kink, and an inkblot test, Rorschach's test kink and inkblot for kinkblot. Stereotypical Egyptian font is papyrus, ferric oxide is rust for papyrust. Aviation company known for light aircraft, and an absolute message used in the military is Cessna and Snafu for Cessnafu. Very soft mineral, and science with the philosopher's stone is talc and alchemy, talchemy. Outlaw is a bandit. What they said is ditto for banditto, and 8 fewer than a score is a dozen, and the highest point, especially in astrology, is a zenith for does zenith. Very well done if you picked up some points in that round. That is the end of puzzle 4. Mark has got the lead. Inca's in second. Shapes is in third. Remember, still points and pennies available for any and all points that you have at the end of the game. So 3 more Cryptexes to come. So round 3 is simply called Cryptex. In this round, you need to crack the Cryptex as quickly as possible. Don't submit answers to the clues, only crack the Cryptex. Oh, something's gone very funny with that answer in the chat there. On my view up here. Don't know. Anyway, just crack the Cryptex as quickly as possible. At the beginning of the round, Cryptex is going to be worth 55 points. Clues are revealed every 15 seconds, and each clue will drop the value of the Cryptex by 5 points. You've only got 1 attempt. And I will stress again, do not solve the individual clues, just take the letters that you need. An incorrect answer will earn you 1 point for each letter in the correct position. So as it gets towards the end, you're encouraged to take a guess with the letters you have, try and piece something together, because you won't lose points for attempting. You'll still get a letter, so it's worth typing something towards the end, but give it until you absolutely have to. Okay, try and get as much information out of the game before committing, because you have only got 1 attempt. Again, do not solve the clues, only solve this Cryptex, the category of which is animal. Optimus is going for a go right now, worth a punt for 55 points, but unfortunately that is not the answer. So your first clue, Cryptex now worth 50 points. Go on and on and on and on and on, and 5 letters, you want the first. Next one, 4 letters, you want the fourth, peace and quiet. Do not type the answer to this, just take the 4th letter from peace and quiet and put that into your slot on the Cryptex. A bit like it was until the dog started barking in the background. Clive having another go and not getting there. Remember, the category is an animal. Comprehensive policy statement as produced before an election. 9 letters, you want the 7th. Don't solve this, just take the 7th letter of this word. Couple of solves and another wrong one there. Shapes and silver electron solving in unison for 40 points. 35 available now. Nando taking 35 points. Innes taking 35 points. A twisting force. 6 letters, you want the second. Lupine also netting 35 points there. Dropping by another 5 down to 30. A human-shaped robot. 7 letters, you want the 5th. Colin solving for 30 points. Well played. Human-shaped robot. 7 letters, you want the 5th. Keshi's got there now as well for 30. Well played. Antissa not getting there, getting some consolation points, but not the bonus. 25 points now available. Mark's getting there for 25. You want the third letter? Roosevelt had many chats in front of one. 9 letters, you want the third. Roosevelt had many chats in front of one. 20 points available now. A grouchy toddler might throw one. 7 letters, you want the 6th. There's another soul for 20 points. I didn't see where that was. Might have been tipster. My peripheral vision saw it. Couple more souls coming in. One final clue. For 15 points, fancy stitching. 10 letters, you want the 8th. And this is the opportunity now. Type something, put your letters into the order. Type me something with 8 letters. It's worth points for every letter in the right place. So give me something, you'll get some bonus points. Give it a go. Have a guess. As long as it's 8 letters, it will be processed. Remember, we're looking for an animal, and the animal we're looking for is a dormouse. Let the dormouse say. To go on and on and on is to drone. Peace and quiet, that'll be calm, which is what this game is. Manifesto is produced before an election. Talk is a twisting force, 6 letters. Android is a human-shaped robot. A fireplace is where Roosevelt had many chats in front of. A grouchy toddler might throw a tantrum. And embroidery is fancy stitching, where we got final E. Next one. The category is a vegetable. 55 points if you can solve now. And remember, do not solve the clues directly, just take the letter that you need. Mark has a 3-point advantage over Inca and Shapes. 244 plays 247. Optimat again having a go with a vegetable for 8 letters, not the one. Go fish. 5 letters, you want the 4th. 50 points if you can solve it now. For 45 points, a hairless cat breed. 6 letters, you want the 3rd. Shapes, the first to solve, followed by Lupine and Nando. 45 points going to you, very well played. 8th letter for this now, one who aids and abets. 10 letters, you want the 8th. Mark also solving for 40 points. He's a point behind Shapes now. A couple more solves coming in. Remember, after a vegetable. Next, insectile subject of an orchestral interlude by Rimsky-Korsakov. Very appropriate for this channel. 9 letters, you want the 7th. And Inca getting there now for 35 points. Puts him just into 3rd place at the moment. 30 points available in the Cryptex bonus now. Surreal, as if written by a certain bohemian author. 10 letters, you want the 1st. There's another soul from Derek, solving for 30 points. Another one from Apodo for 30. 25 points now available. Exercise with plenty of asanas. 4 letters, you want the 2nd. 25 points for cracking the vegetable now. There's another solve. I missed where it was before it finished, but well done. 20 points. A pattern that's within a pattern, within a pattern, within a 7 letters. You want the 6th. Final clue coming up now for 15 points. 2014 to 16 science fiction movie series based on a 2011 Veronica Roth young adult novel. 9 letters, you want the 5th. And now's your chance to type something with your letters in the right place. For every letter in the right place, you get a point. Type something. 10 points if you're right. Letters, a point for every letter in the right place if you're not. We're after a vegetable. The solution to the Cryptex, kohlrabi. Go fish was angle. A sphinx is a hairless cat breed. An accomplice is one who aids and abets. A bumblebee is an insectile subject of an orchestral interlude by Rimsky-Korsakov. Kafkaesque, surreal, as if written by a certain bohemian author. Yoga is exercise with plenty of asanas. A fractal is a pattern within a pattern within a pattern. A Divergent was the young adult novel series by Veronica Roth, I beg your pardon. Final Cryptex of the game. 55 points available. The category is mineral. Shapes has the lead by a point. And then Mark is 8 points ahead of Inca, and then Inca is 3 points ahead of Lupine, who is 7 points ahead of Nando. Anything could happen between these top 5. 8, welcome to the game. We're after a mineral, 50 points available now. Recently rebooted UK game show featuring characters such as Apollo and Electro. 10 letters, you want the 7th. Going at 45 points now available. Road in Creation, 9 letters, you want the 3rd. Dropping to 40. Sega's Dolphin, what's your spelling? And also a brand of shoes. 4 letters, you want the 4th. Nando is the first out for 40 points, followed by Inca. Nando takes the lead and Inca takes it right back with 319. Keshi has also got there for 202. Dropping to 35 points now. Mark has got there for 35 points. SI unit of radioactivity, 9 letters, you want the 8th. Mark has the lead at the moment, 322. Shape's hoping for a solve quickly. Podo's got there for 35. 30 points now available. Mythological structure where Theseus killed the Minotaur, 9 letters, you want the 5th. Remember, we're after a mineral here. 25 points. Muslin or silk, for example. 6 letters, you want the 1st. Buffy Bunny's getting there for 25. Shape's still yet to solve. And he's got there now for 25, taking up to 314. It's enough for the bronze. But Mark and Inca overtaken for the gold and silver. Throw in the towel. 7 letters, you want the 6th. 20 points if you can solve now. We're after a mineral. Within your grasp, Shapes. Just pipped at the post. Final clue of the game. Word to follow, game and master. 4 letters, you want the 2nd. 15 points for solving now. Worth having a punt if you don't know. Every letter in the right place is worth a point. And 10 points if you can solve it now. Type something with 8 letters. Never know, it might be right. It's a mineral we're after. David managing to get up to a nice round 100. Mantissa getting to a nice round 200. Very nice indeed. And that's the end of the puzzle. The end of the game. Fluorite was the mineral. Gladiators is the recently rebooted UK game show. A sculpture is a Rodin creation. Echo is Sega's Dolphin and also a brand of shoes. Becquerel is the SI unit of radioactivity, named for Jacques Becquerel, I believe. A labyrinth was the mythological structure where Theseus killed the Minotaur. A fabric would be muslin or silk, for example. Forfeit is to throw in the towel. And a plan is can follow game and master. Game plan or master plan. And that is the end of the game. And the winner is Mark. Very good game, very close and lovely questions. Mark, you will win a campaign against Living Miserably. Sweatband, we'll get that sent out to you post-stream. Technically, an android is a man-shaped robot, whereas a woman-shaped one would be a gynoid. Really? That's new information to me. Excellent pedantry there, Scorch Hellfire, if I do say so myself. Ines, welcome to the stream again. Your name's just popped up. There's a lot of names I didn't read out, but I'm keeping the tracker open and saying hello when people pop up in chat. Had abandon instead of forfeit. Yeah, you've got to use the letter count. Although, no, that's also 7. In fact, Lewis, I think you... Lewis mentioned that to me last night. That could have been a potential other one, but it didn't then fit in with the Cryptex thing, and because you weren't solving the clues directly, we let it go. But yeah, very well done, Mark, taking the gold, Ines taking the silver, and Shapes taking the bronze. Lovely, lovely game of Cryptex. That's really helped me mellow out. So thank you to Dogfish for those questions there. It is 10 to 7. I'm going to go check in where the boy is. I'm going to leave you with Battlefront, but I'll roll the credits first. I'll come back to Cam. We'll do some more Steam lottery codes. I'll leave you with Battlefront, and then I'll go and get my second win, because when we come back after Battlefront, we are going to be playing Red Herrings, as written by Oni. That's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we've got Battlefront by Samston now, and then Red Herrings by Oni after that. So, I'm going to go get my second win, because I can feel it starting to flag after the expelling it all in the mould. We're doing okay. 50 minutes left. That's not too bad. As as it goes for me running to time, it was always going to happen. Bit of Rosso, yeah, very good score with over 200. Welcome, Kesh. It's lovely to see you here, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Do stick around for the rest of them. Battlefront coming up next, but I'll say a bit more in the credits. After the credits, rather. Congrats to Mark on taking the gold, and thanks again to Dogfish. You've been playing Cryptex. See you in a minute. If I go to that one.